Hi, it's Rebecca Ferretti here, and I'm joined by Lucia and the Best Boys. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be in Scotland. It's our first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. I mean, what is there? Is there something like we need to see or do before we go? Because we've got a bit of time left tomorrow, and we want to, get the full Scottish experience.
I could go on forever and ever, but I mean, this is the good thing about Glasgow is that, you have just, the most incredible countryside on your doorstep. So I would suggest, just getting the train to anywhere you can outside of Glasgow. It's, just perfect scenery. Go to some old traditional pubs as well. Yeah, I love a pub. Yep. So I would go Pot Still, really good one. The Pot Still. Yep.
We'll do that. So you played King Tut Stage earlier on today. How was your set? We heard a bit of it from back here, and it did sound amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. This is our third time at TRNSMT. But yeah, it's our first festival this summer, and it was also our first time playing songs from our album at a festival. So that was a really special moment. And we haven't played shows. We haven't played shows since March, which I know seems like a small period of time, but for us it's just it's been the longest period of time ever, and we've just been so itching to get on stage again. So yeah, it's been really nice.
Do you get nervous before you go on stage, or is it more just raring to go?
It kind of switches between the two. Sometimes I'm I would be worried if I wasn't nervous, because it's kind of more just excitement, but it kind of just depends. I think if you're on a fucking streak and you're playing gig after gig, that you kind of get into the swing of it. But if you've just got this kind of one, then I could get a little bit nervous. I was a wee bit nervous.
Do you have a pre-show ritual or anything to get you through?
I mean, not so much. Sometimes, I do maybe 15 minutes before we go on. I just go into this little shell, and I just kind of prepare myself. But other than that, we're quite chill, and we just have a laugh. We don't. Yeah, there isn't too much going on. We're not doing yoga or anything backstage. We're just kind of cool.
You mentioned your new album in there as well, and I didn't realise this was your debut, because I've been a fan of your music for a long time, and I was there's just so much music. I thought you'd be on your third or fourth by now. So what is it about the timing that you thought now is the right time for the debut album?
I know, it's kind of crazy, right? Because we've been playing shows for around 8 years, but I mean, obviously I think a lot of people would have expected us to put one out sooner. Obviously, the pandemic put a lot of people on hold. That was a major thing. But also at the same time, I feel really lucky that I've had this chance to have this journey where I can experiment and experience different things to really get to the point where I know exactly what I want my first album to be. So it's kind of just been growing and growing for the last 8 years up until this point where we've kind of felt we're ready to do it. I didn't want to feel any pressure. I think that's a major thing in this industry, is the pressure. So I just feel really lucky that we just got to kind of do it, take our time with it, and it's such a surreal feeling putting out an album, and there's just so much anticipation, and I've been living with the songs off this album for years now, so that's one thing that's just kind of a crazy concept, that a lot of people will be hearing these songs for the first time, but I've been hearing them for years, 100 times a day.
Is it going to be a relief when you sort of then it's sort of the fans' music? Do you know what I mean? You can release it.
So much. So much. It feels like I'm carrying a backpack full of bricks. So yeah, no, I'm really excited for people to hear it. I think it's definitely it's a weird one actually, because I think because we have experimented so much, and there was that period where we weren't playing a lot of shows because we were just so in album recording world, that there is a lot of things on there that I think are going to come as a surprise to people, which I think is a really good thing actually, because I like to keep people, don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm saying.
Not sure what to expect.
Yeah, I like to keep people on their toes. Yeah.
I've got a little bit of a quick fire round for you, Lucia. If you could steal a song from any other artist to add to your set, what would it be?
Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks.
Ooh, I can imagine a cover like that. That would be good. Have you done that before, like a karaoke or something, or is the idea just formulating now?
No, like it's a known thing that I'm obsessed with Stevie Nicks. We did actually like do a Maida Vale session once where we did like a cover, and we basically merged Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. What else did we do? Charlie XCX, Christine the Queen's Gone, and What You Waiting For by Gwen Stefani. So yeah, no, like it is one of my favourite songs of all time, I would say.
Also, Gwen was our hype tune this morning for getting ready. We had Gwen on the playlist on loop. Yeah.
Always my go-to is Bubble Pop Electric. That's my like hype song.
Kiss, Marry, Kill, Pedro Pascal, Margot Robbie, or Ryan Reynolds.
Fucking sack the other two off. Margot Robbie, all of them.
It's the only right answer. It's the only right answer.
Yeah.
What do you order from Greg's?
I actually haven't been to Greg's in years. I think I'm scarred from Greg's because it's like the one thing that they have at service stations on tour, and I think I've just like had too many Greg's that I got put off. But if I was to get a Greg's, then maybe like a vegan sausage roll. I know, yeah, that's like not what fans of Greg's want to hear, but
just overexposure from Greg's. You've completed it. And finally, we're here for BBC Introducing. So you've like been through like BBC Introducing stages, all of that. What advice would you want to give to any artists that are coming up?
Honestly, like the most cliche thing to say ever, but is so true, is just be yourself. The whole time it's really hard to get caught up in everything and everyone else's things and seeing what everyone else is doing, because that's such a thing right now, right, for artists and like social media, or just, you know, feeling like you're not good enough. Like I've had that, like I've had blips of imposter syndrome before. Everyone gets it, but yeah, I would just say keep being yourself, because everybody is unique and you're your biggest critic, and you might not realize that, but yeah, you will find people that like love you and your music. So yeah, just always be yourself.
Lovely stuff. Well, it's been so lovely chatting to you. And yeah, thank you so much.